Previously on Twin Portals.
In our previous episode, SWOJ traversed the city of Waterdeep, following leads and gathering support for their new, not-so-secret hideout, Troll Skull Manor. Along with earning the trust of the Emerald Enclave, the Stoutfellow Vineyard, and the Shardshunner Halfling Wererat gang, our heroes also secured a substantial loan from their highborn associate, Renaer Neverember. To top it all off, they procured 4 invitations to a noble soiree at the Castellanter Villa in the Sea Ward. They had 1 week till the party, and in that time they set about to prepare. Zay and Lark sought out extravagant dress and hats, promoting SWOJ across the city in the process. Scoot put the former crew of the Sea Plum to work restoring the manor. Ylka wove music through it all while making plans to flush out the mysterious doppelgangers said to be hidden within the Waterdhavian elite. Hey everybody! Welcome to Twin Portals.
Yay!
Let's tell a story, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So let's bring it in. Let's start shaping the scene. So it's Fantasy Friday, the day of the party. It's about brunch time at this point, maybe 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and you're all awake. It's a cloudy day. I assume that Lark, you might be in the tap room working on your giant.
My giant dragon T-shirt. Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Your giant dragon T-shirt.
What's that about?
We met a dragon at one point, and I promised him a T-shirt. So it's really hard to make a T-shirt that'll fit a dragon. They have wings, and it's tricky. So yeah.
Is he a dragon that lives underwater?
He's an underwater dragon, which makes it harder. Yeah, but the SWOJ thing I've got pretty well, and that's been stitched in.
Have you gotten him in for a fitting yet?
No, I'm just guessing. I'm just trying to remember.
Oh.
It's dicey. Yeah.
That's if you screw up a dragon's dimensions, it seems like they get pissed.
Fingers crossed.
So Zay and Scoot are busy helping clean up. There's a bunch of crew of the Sea Plum that are tidying the place up. It's looking really good. Like, it's almost ready to open at this point. The place smells great, looks great. The windows are open. There's flowers and little planters outside the windows that your friend Fela has provided. And your mom, Taga, and your friend Pog are busy making steak and presenting some fresh berries for brunch. It's a really beautiful morning. It's kind of cloudy outside, but it's a nice, breezy day. And as you're all getting ready for the day, getting ready for the party, there's a knock at the front door.
Zay runs to answer it.
Okay, and brushing past you are 2 human men that you don't recognize. They seem polite, but very brusque, and they walk into the room and take positions on each side of the inner door of the manor, kind of surveying the room.
Uh-oh.
How do you react?
I'm over in a nest of parchment and ink everywhere, and I'm writing, so I'm like on the floor, parchment everywhere. So from there, I'm a little alarmed at that kind of brusqueness that they didn't even ask. They just walked in. So I would start putting my ink away, getting to my feet.
Okay.
Zay assumes that we're friends and starts trying to get them some wine. Would they like some of this Stoutfellow stuff?
They don't say a word to you. They don't even look at you.
I'm just shoving it in their faces.
When I see that, I step forward. I say, "Welcome to this soft opening of Troll Skull Manor. It's a 5 gold cover," and I hold out my hand.
And at that, they kind of purse their lips. One of them kind of smirks a little bit. And then from behind them, through the front door, marches a third man wearing a big, fancy hat, like Zardoz Zord-style hat. Not Zardoz Zord.
Oh.
Someone you don't recognize. He's carrying a huge box. And he looks at the 4 of you, and then sets the box down on a table, and says, "Good morning.
Hello.
My name is J.B. Nevercott, Haberdasher." And he takes it.
Hold on. There's a lot to unpack just in the name. J.B. Nevercott?
Yeah, like apricot.
Apricot. But, he's never been caught?
It's a family name.
Whatever. All right. I'm impressed already.
And he passes you a business card. It shows an address just south of Troll Skull Manor, like 10 minutes. On the high road.
Good. I'm glad you got that accurate.
Yeah, I had that detail written down just in case.
Lark is super interested in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I jump up, I drop the shirt right away, and I run out. Hello, Mr. What's your name?
Nevercott.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Nevercott.
Yes.
What's in your hat box?
Well, it's funny you should ask. And he opens it, and inside is a hat even more beautiful than his, with a big white plume, and he presents it to you, Lark.
Lark, he reaches for it, and like a tear like starts to kind of roll down his cheek, and he takes it gingerly.
Yeah, and JB, is very sanctimonious about it, and he is humbled that you're so excited.
Lark lifts it onto his head. Does it fit?
It fits perfectly.
Oh my gosh! He feels a little faint. He starts to maybe he needs to sit down on the floor.
All right.
So he sit down.
Yeah, Scoot covers him. Scoot gets him, gets by the shoulders. Yep.
Zay gets dangerously close with her 2 glasses of red wine.
Don't. What does it look like? How does it look?
It's a hat.
Stunning.
It's a stunning hat.
I've been looking all week for a hat like this.
It's true. He's done
How did
very
you
little
know?
else.
What colors do you want the hat to be?
What color is this hat?
I'm asking you, what were
It has
you
a
looking
white
for?
plume.
I want it to be. I forgot what our artist drew.
Like purple and white, maybe? We'll
want
figure
it
it
to
out.
be-
Okay, it's
Hey,
perfect.
audience,
whatever
what
it is.
color is that hat?
Green? Is that what you're looking for?
It's red.
Red and
I
white.
really want it to be
Red
red.
and
Red and white.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then from the box below where the hat was, he pulls out 3 guns and lays them on the table.
What?
Oh! Dibs!
I'm a little nervous.
He says, "I didn't just come here to give you a hat.
Oh
You came to pay the 5 gold cover.
No, I've heard that you're going to a party tonight.
no. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'd like you to do me a favor.
Is this hat
Okay.
a bribe? Is this a bribe hat?
I wouldn't call it a bribe, I'd call it a gift.
I have to ask a question.
So no strings.
How do you know we're going to a party?
I know a lot of things, all right?
How many other people know we're going to this? I don't even want to go to this party, and other people know we're going to this party?
I told some people.
How?
I was excited.
A who? B why?
People I passed in the street.
You were out a lot!
I know. Sorry.
Oh. Okay, so,
He's like, are you good?
yeah, maybe. We're fine. Guns and hat.
Yeah, so I brought these for you. These are special guns. I had them made myself. I'm looking for doppelgangers, and I know that you're on the hunt for doppelgangers as well.
Ooh.
That's true.
That's.
A doppelganger audience is a shapeshifter. It's a humanoid person that can change to look like anybody, in case you're not a D&D player or something.
For the Pokemoners,
That's-
it's a ditto.
It's like a ditto, but human-shaped.
We have already encountered one doppelganger in our time here in Waterdeep.
Where?
And we would happily shoot her. Give me a gun.
Wait on that. Just a little bit. Let's talk first before you hand her the gun.
He presents one to you.
Zay's got a gun. Is it can it be a little one?
They're kind of small guns, yeah.
Okay.
They're like little flintlock-looking pistols.
Are these good for one shot or many
He
shots?
says these are good for one shot.
All right.
And it's not an ordinary round, let me tell you.
Okay.
These guns fire true sight rounds. If you see a doppelganger or what you suspect is a doppelganger,
Oh no.
point and shoot, and it will be revealed.
Oh, bad.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Why do you want to kill doppelgangers?
Well, expose.
I have an interest in exposing them.
Does this kill them or expose their true appearance?
He says, I'll show you, and he takes one of the guns,
Ah!
and he points it at one of the 2 men standing by the door and fires.
What?
And it makes a loud bang. Some of the birds outside fly away, and the man standing by the door kind of doubles over, but seems unharmed. And there's a little poof of like pink dust.
Cool.
And then instead of a human standing there is Felrect the Fiend, the drow that you met previously.
What?
What?
Wait,
Shoot the other
Felrect
one.
Wait.
bows.
What's his secret society?
Is that really you, or is it?
Felrect just waggles his eyebrows and, doesn't say anything.
It could be a round designed to make somebody look like Felrek. That's right. Scoot's thinking outside the box, man.
Ones that make people look like Felrect. How did you know?
Great. I'm writing your story.
So, JB, if you shoot him again, does he go back?
Yeah.
No, it's kind of a one-way trip.
What? Okay.
All right.
He says, look, I have to be going, but my haberdashery is down on the high road. It's on the business card. If you have any questions or if you need more hats, I have one piece of advice for you regarding doppelgangers. They can read thoughts.
What?
However, if you're wearing lead foil on your head,
No.
Oh no.
it makes you immune. This hat is already equipped with a layer of lead foil within the cloth.
Yeah.
However,
Stay up.
if you need more, you can come to my shop today. I'll be open.
Does it need to be completely covered, or can I have
Like,
a
from the
tiara?
eyebrows up-ish.
Okay.
Like a dome.
You're, by the way, not hosting an event to storm Area 52, are you?
Area 52?
I'll tell you later.
Is that in the castle ward?
It's an undercliff. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's in the outer world.
I'll look into it.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Thank you, Mr. Nevercaught. I love this hat.
I'm glad you do. It's my finest work.
Is the exchange for the hat that we need to shoot the doppelgangers?
He says, look, the hat is a gift, and he stares at you very pointedly.
That's an aggressive gift.
Got it.
And we now only have 2
Correct.
shots?
Yep.
Because he used one on the standing man.
And
Yep.
we need 3 more hats,
Do you have?
presumably?
Or lead foil of some kind, if you want to be immune to thought reading.
Do you have another true sight round so that all 3 guns are worth? No,
I
you're
don't.
just gonna take one back with you.
Yes.
Okay.
It was my floor model.
We were never intended to.
Thank you.
Of course. I should be off. And he leaves.
That was weird even for us. That was a strange morning.
Who wants the other gun? Zay has one.
We got 2 now, right?
Yeah. This is one more.
Terry turns over from the table where he's been reading the Waterdeep Wazoo, and kind of waves his dog paw, and he's like, I'd like to take it. By the way, Terry, their friend Terry, if you've been to the other live shows, he turned out to be, his consciousness was kind of uploaded into a walking brain with legs. Not to get too meta D&D-ness here. But he's an intellect devourer, and what that means is that he can invade the brains of other beings and control their bodies.
Just a step. He's our Zuber driver, which is like a taxi. It's like a freelance taxi cab service to get around Waterdeep. So
Right.
Who
How we
became an intellect devourer? Yeah.
Correct. So he's a pretty friendly guy, and they didn't want to kill somebody to upload his brain into them. So
I was
they've been
kind of
using
okay with
corpses, and their most recent acquisition was a golden retriever corpse, which is where Terry's keeping up shop now.
Yeah.
He's had about a day in it, so he's still getting the dog thing down. He's kind of sitting at the table right now, like on his butt with his little dog paws, kind of trying to maneuver this paper. Yeah, he's having a hard time sipping a coffee.
I'm ripping off a piece of bread, throwing it to him to see if he'll eat it.
He's offended by that.
I figured. That's why there's like 6 or 7 pieces of bread.
He speaks telepathically, and he's like, really, Scott? Scoot.
Scoot.
I'm not even gonna say your name right.
No.
That's offensive.
Terry, you don't have opposable thumbs. Can you even work the pistol?
No, you're right. I probably shouldn't.
Okay.
But
But who's a good boy, Terry? You're a good boy.
Okay.
Can we get him one of those St. Bernard barrels? And we stick the gun in there?
He still couldn't shoot it though.
Well, we can. But
You
then
can
we
take
don't.
it and be
Then we don't have
hidden
to
in
keister it into the party.
I see what you're saying. I don't know.
Let's
That's
do
a
this.
good
I didn't
point.
bring my phone.
Well, but you also have a bag of holding. Can we just get it in?
Oh,
We'll
sure.
figure it out.
That's
Who's taking
easier.
the gun?
Not it.
All right,
I'll take it.
Ilka's got the other
I
one.
feel
right.
irresponsible with it. I'm telling you, I'll make a bad choice.
We have bosoms to hide them within.
It's true.
In that
All
case,
right.
what else would you guys like to take care of before the soiree? The soiree is at 8 o'clock.
I'm gonna go steam my dress so it's perfect
Okay.
for the event
With your magic.
with my magic
Yeah.
Druidcraft.
I'm gonna ponder whether or not I'm gonna put tinfoil in my do-rag.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll actually do it. I'm just like, I'm looking. I have the do-rag or the bandana. I guess it's probably a bandana in the picture. Then tinfoil or whatever the equivalent is, and then I'm just keep trying to think about, is this going to work? How's this going to feel?
Sure.
Is it going to screw up the lines of my bandana?
You have lead foil available at Troll Skull, like it's a common kitchen implement, so.
Well, my plan for this evening involves a really intense, curly, bright red wig. So I'm pretty sure that the lead foil is going inside that.
Okay, great. And
I've
Lark,
got
you your hat, so.
I've got it in my hat already.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go now.
Azay's plan is just not to think. Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on the food and someone make me a hat, please.
Do I have that skill?
Have
I've
your
been
hat.
making a t-shirt for a dragon. I can make you a hat.
Yeah, oh Lark.
I have
I
skill
get some
in...
lead foil and fold it into like a little one of those little boat hats.
That's gonna
I was
go
gonna-
so nicely with my dress.
Totally.
I was going to say, the only thing I have is water vehicles. I don't think that was going to get the job done.
Well, you
No.
can make it's a boat. I mean.
Yeah?
All right, so any last words? Otherwise, we're going to fast forward to the night.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think we can fashion hair flowers, and if enough of them are in Zay's hair with lead inside them, it might act as a shield.
Done. I'm doing that.
So Ylka sees Lark making the boat out of lead and is like,
Flowers!
yeah,
The pirate hat out of
do
lead.
one better.
That's
So
better,
as
that's
the day goes by, the clouds overhead kind of roll and like scattered showers kind of pick up. It gets really windy. It's Uktar. It's fantasy November, so there's kind of these windy days that kind of come and go. Sort of like it is outside right now. It's there's kind of scattered storms, And as the sun starts to set, your cart is waiting outside. How do you want to get there? You don't have a coach driver anymore, so it's up to you guys to manage the things.
I guess I'll do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you taking Terry with you?
Yes, Terry.
Terry's ready to go.
I want Terry riding shotgun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Terry definitely has to come to the party with us.
All right. And you roll down Del Zorin Street, just south of Troll Skull Manor. It's like a 20-minute ride straight down the street, west towards the Sea Ward, until you get to Castle Lantern Villa. There's all these coaches kind of like lined up outside on the street, so you can tell where the party is. It's got these big 20-foot high, like gleaming white walls. You see the occasional guard walking along the top of the walls, and there's a big front gate that's well lit with 2 people in Castle Lantern livery waiting outside, and you can tell there's the sounds of a party trickling in from inside, like sounds of strings and harpsichord and laughter. What do you do as you arrive?
Can I see other people entering the party?
Yeah, there's a few people coming and going.
How are they dressed?
Very finely.
How are we dressed?
How are you dressed?
I'm wearing a t-shirt that says SWOJ on it. I don't know about you guys.
I've got a do-rag that's got tinfoil peeking out the sides of it.
Are you just wearing your
Probably,
your strap?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
so
didn't
you're
really talk
shirtless.
about it, so
Okay.
I'm guessing I've just got the trousers on, one half bandolier looking thing, some scars, and a dolphin tattoo.
Yeah.
On
Just
my right
okay.
arm.
Bared half-orc chest. Okay.
Yep.
I went digging around in the attic, and I found one of the prior hag's old gowns.
Nice.
And between that and the red wig, I figure no one will recognize me.
Okay. So you're wearing a gown. Okay, that's kind of fitting. Yeah. Nice.
You look kind of like Merida from...
Oh, yeah. But like more of the Morticia Adams sort of Merida.
Totally.
What do you have on?
Zay has these stunning silver flowers in her hair that is piled high on top of her head, her silver hair. It's almost matching. And she's wearing this slinky at the top, gorgeous black gown that is as wide as she is tall at the bottom, that has castle lanterns across of it in honor of her hosts.
Castle lanterns?
Yeah, castle lanterns.
Like a castle and a lantern? Like in a spot kind of thing?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, giant big ones.
Cool. And
And
you're
when
probably
you
the
do
most
this,
well-dressed of everyone.
It's
in SWOJ.
sequence. When you do this, it's a castle, and when you do this, it's a lantern.
And Terry jumps out of the cart. Terry is having a hard time with the dog thing. Like he's kind of stiff-legged. Like it's a dog corpse that he's inhabiting, so it's actually missing an eye.
Oh.
Which is kind of adorable. It's a golden retriever.
No, it's not.
I take the beautiful hat that Lark gave me, and I paste it jauntily on Terry's head.
It's actually very smart because then nobody can read his thoughts either. Yeah.
It looks really nice on you, Terry.
It's kind of like jaunty. Yeah, he looks really cute.
there
But he kind of walks like this, like very like two-steppy.
Is there a string underneath keeping it attached to his head?
No, he's just good at it. He's an intelligent dog.
Bastard. Better than I am.
So you go in.
Yes.
We have
they let us.
We have our
Yeah.
invitations.
Yep, I've got the invitations. I walk up to the people standing there, and I hand them our invitations.
Yep, the gate is open and they let you in. They check the invitation. They give you a once-over, and then they kind of look at the invitation again.
I wave a little bit.
And then the other guard actually is the messenger who gave you the invitation in Castellanter livery.
Friend.
And he's like, no, it's them. Max, just relax. And the guard's like, are you seriously? Like these? He's like, yes, they were invited. I don't make the rules. And then Max is like, sorry, okay, go in. And as you walk in, you pass through the gate into the Castellanter Villa. There's these beautiful gardens that are well lit with trellises, hanging candles, and floating lights. There's some water features and hedges. And it's a pretty expansive place. There's kind of 3 buildings. There's a carriage house on the far end of these gardens. There's a guest house to the left, to the northwest side. And then there's the main manor, which is where the party is, and all the lights are on and everything, and all the sound is coming from there. So it's kind of a small stone footpath to the manor. Do you want to take Terry with you, or what? Terry thinks to you guys, like, guys, I don't know if they're going to let me in there.
I say we just roll with it.
Yeah, let's not ask. If we don't ask permission, then they won't say no.
Easier to ask forgiveness.
Lark, you're the
Yeah.
best.
I know, Terry. I want you with us.
Okay, and Terry walks forward ahead of you guys, and an aging tiefling is standing by the door.
Does he have wire rim glasses?
No, he does not.
Oh.
But he's wearing a black suit. He looks very trim. And when he sees Terry, he kind of scowls. And then he kind of like kicks at him, like get away from the door.
Hey, leave my dog alone.
He says, "This is your dog?"
Yes.
Do you see the hat?
I'm just looking stone-faced right at you and then right back, yeah.
He says, "Ah, you must be SWOJ."
Oh.
One and only.
He mutters to himself, looks away. "Very well. Animals are not allowed within the manor, but he may stay on the grounds as long as he cleans up after himself, or someone else does. Because I won't."
I'd just like to say, sir, that he is actually cleaner than I am.
Are you trying to not get
You
above
don't
it?
need to point that out to me.
Spit my water.
Sorry.
So then I assume we're fine and we can both go in.
The four of you may.
What?
It's just a point of clarification.
Somebody want to roll persuasion or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I roll
Let's play some
intimidation?
D&D.
Yeah.
Intimidation?
That'd be weird.
Go for it.
Yeah, I am.
We can
Look,
try and hide him.
this guy, this is my emotional support dog. I will rage if he's without. If I can't see him, if I'm without him for more than 4 minutes, I will freak out. That's not good. 8.
And the tiefling says, Max. And one of the guards from the front comes over with a leash and says, "Don't worry, we'll take care of him." And he throws the leash around Terry.
Oh.
And you hear Terry in your minds being like, "What the hell, guys? Come on. What is this?"
Can we talk to Terry? Do we have to speak vocally, or do we just?
I guess we
get
can't.
our minds?
Can
How
we
does
do
this actually
telepathy
work?
now? We all got
do we
blood
think?
on.
We gotta say it out loud.
I mean, you can think really hard, but it's hard to have a two-way conversation because you can't, like,
Oh man,
you know,
telepathic static.
if he's paying attention to you, right?
Right. All right, I'll get down by Terry and scritch his ears and say, "Terry, you know, you're a good dog. Maybe you should go wait in the SWOJ mobile."
Terry's like, "Screw that, man.
I know, but maybe we can.
I'm a member of SWOJ.
I know. Maybe we can get you in.
Don't worry, I'll bust out of this leash. It's all right."
You think so?
Yep.
All right,
I got this, guys.
All right,
Okay.
we'll see you inside.
They don't know that I'm a smart dog.
Okay. All right. All right. We'll see. We'll see you later, Terry. Wink. A really obvious wink.
Max and the tiefling are they're so disgusted by you, honestly.
Okay.
This is the most ridiculous behavior they've seen.
Nice.
All night. And as you come back to the doorway, the tiefling speaks into a little cone that he has, and this sort of booming voice, like, races through the building and says, "Now arriving, SWOJ!"
Shit.
And he beckons you to enter.
I wave
To him, or just like
to
in
the
general?
room. It's like,
Yeah, there's a scattered groups of people.
hi.
Nobles wearing very fancy clothes. They all raise their eyebrows and turn and look at you, and you are dressed nothing like any of them, and except for maybe Zay a little bit. Like, some of them do have kind of funky
give a
patterns on
little
their
nod.
dresses. And a couple of the noble people actually do appreciate your outfit. They're kind of like,
I give him a head nod.
What do you do?
I find the nearest person in livery and ask them where the buffet is.
The buffet is in two places. Miss, it's in the dining room and the banquet hall. The dining room is straight through those doors, past the foyer. And the banquet hall is upstairs, next to the ballroom.
Let's go upstairs.
I've never seen her remove balls.
There's a harpsichord in the entrance. There's a musician playing beautiful music. You want to go find food, or what? What's your goal?
I'll follow Zay.
Okay.
I'm gonna be trailing behind about 5 feet, just sort of scouting, just kind of looking around.
Oh, as you walk in, the tiefling says, "My name is. Shoot, my name is.
My name is.
My name is Williford.
That's
Not how it goes.
that's not what I was thinking.
Williford.
But not.
I am the
can't
major domo of the house. I will be taking your weapons now, please.
Did I even bring mine?
Assuming you had weapons.
Yeah.
Did you bring your weapons or not?
I don't think I brought mine.
I
Mine's a
brought-
great axe. It's tough to stow.
I definitely brought mine.
Okay.
I have no weapons, only this. What's the bottom part of a dagger called?
Hilt.
Hilt. This hilt that is a family heirloom keepsake good luck item.
It's like, you may keep that.
Thank you.
I announced to him, my greatest weapon is my wit.
That's very well. The code room is this way. I will keep them here.
I walk into a door on the way.
But none of you show your guns or anything
I
like that.
adjust my
No,
plunging
mine is
neckline and say nothing.
Gotcha. Great. And he does not notice.
The dog that we've hidden under our hats.
I do.
But he does stare at your silver, your tinfoil flowers, like very concerned. Like this is the most bizarre headpiece he's ever seen.
I got it on Zetsy. I can give you the name if you like.
And now you're free to go. So you want to go to the banquet hall?
I do. Zay does.
Yeah.
Did he take my weapons?
Yes, if you had any shown, unless you want to resist.
Did he give you back a number?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
101.
All right. He took my. Yeah, I gave him my rapier and my dagger.
Fine. You got me.
It's part of my costume. It was decorative. It's fine. Whatever.
You should have argued that, man. You're all charisma now.
So you pass into the foyer. There's a big, grand staircase with curling railings leading up to a second floor where you can tell there's a ballroom and a banquet hall in opposite directions. And there's a dining room with some kind of raucous laughter going on through the door to your right. Where would you like to go?
What's more exciting?
Raucous laughter.
Raucous.
The raucous laughter.
It sounds like they got a comedian in the house.
Yeah, Zay, let's go in here. It sounds funny.
Maybe they got a dunk tank.
Yeah.
So you walk in, and there's a dining room there's not much food in this room. It seems like it's been converted into a kind of a gambling hall. There's this big long table, and there's lots of noble people that are all playing some kind of dice game or some kind of cards games. And when they see you walk in, there's kind of a brief ripple in the conversation, and many of them turn to each other and whisper and say things. And you're especially taken, actually roll perception, the four of you.
Okie. That's also not great.
23.
She beat me.
19.
3.
10.
She beat me. I beat him. 13.
All right, Ylka, you're the first to notice that there is a noblewoman sitting at the far end of the table, dressed in beautiful golden gown. She has some kind of a holy symbol, like a sun, on her chest, and she seems to be staring at you very intently. However, the other nobles in the room immediately invite you in and call you over, like, come play with us, come, ante up. You must be SWOJ, we've heard all about you.
Yeah, we are. Hi.
Well, are you up for it? We're playing Timora's Fancy.
That sounds made up.
Maybe to you. We play at every party. 10 gold ante, come on.
Damn it. All right. Well,
There's this one boisterous noble in a gold suit with like a ruby-tipped cane who's kind of sitting opposite you, and he seems very confident. He's got a little curly mustache, and he seems like he's especially braggadocio. He's kind of really encouraging you to come take him on.
damn it. I'm not going to be good at this.
You have a great Zoker face. I don't know about these
I
two,
believe
but-
you. Oh, yeah, I go in. I throw 10 gold in. I got a little bit of support. I'll take 10 gold and I'll throw it in.
Go Scoot.
There's kind of a hush,
Do you
and you
have
hear
any
you hear
force?
people, Ylka, you hear people whispering around that he's taking on Victoro Castellanter.
Oh, that's
In
right.
Timora's favor right now. Victoro is the patriarch of the house.
Crack my neck. I don't know what the game is.
Roll 2d6.
Oh, Jesus.
If you get a 7 or a 12, you win. If
Oh.
you don't, you can roll. You can keep rolling dice, but you have to double your ante every time you roll an extra dice.
So I need a 7 or a 12.
Yes.
Thank you for handing me the heaviest dice I've
Welcome.
ever felt when we're recording a fucking podcast. Ready for this? 9.
Do you want to roll another die and double up?
Yes.
What? Scoot.
So that's 10, 20.
I still need a 7 or a 12?
No, you roll one more die.
I roll
you
one more.
double up to roll additional dice.
Okay.
If you go past 12, you're out.
I got
So
a
you have
9?
9. So you need to get a 3.
Oh, what the shit? I didn't know the rules!
He's like, look, I explained it to you. And the whole room goes wild! and Victoro just glares at you.
Give me the money or the
He
cane!
loses his composure for a second,
I'll take your cane!
and then leisurely leans back and grins and laughs at the other noblemen around him, and they all laugh at him, kind of like cronies, like, oh, of course, this thing happens, you know, it doesn't matter. And he pulls out a purse,
Yeah!
40 gold pieces in it. He kind of counts it out, and then says, you'd earned this.
Thank you.
Welcome to the party.
Thank you! Drink is on me!
Hey! And everyone cheers, and they call over some waiters and start handing out
1! I
champagne.
said 1!
Well, the drinks are on the house anyway.
Oh,
And
yay!
Victoro whispers to you, and he's very kind of bro-y, he kind of thumps you over, and he's like, hey man, don't worry about it, the drinks are on the house, it's all right.
Oh.
And as this is going on, the three of you are approached by the woman at the far end of the table
In the gold dress.
in the gold dress.
The sun symbol.
She says, I'm glad you came. My name is Amalia Castellanter.
Hi, Miss Castellanter?
Please, would you join me in the courtyard?
I guess so.
Do you have a little plate? That I could bring some food? We just got it.
We haven't eaten yet.
Yes, and she waves the waiter over. Yes, of course. And you notice that all the waitstaff are tieflings? They're all like kind of these like red-skinned people. A tiefling is a human with some kind of demon heritage far back in their bloodline. So they've got like, there's like people with like red skin or like little horns or little tails. They're not necessarily evil, they just kind of have that look to them. And their whole staff is tieflings. And another one brings you over a plate and a glass of champagne. It's the most amazing food and drink you've had in weeks. Way better than anything at Troll Skull even. It's amazing. Like, you didn't even know food could be this good.
That hurt?
Yeah, Scoot's mom made that stuff.
That hurt a little bit.
I mean, maybe not for you, Scoot.
Okay, thanks.
Like, you
I'm
have-
okay now.
Yeah.
You really brought me down for a second.
We follow, what's her name, Amalia?
Amalia.
We're gonna.
Yes.
I'm gonna follow
Scoot, are
Amalia.
you coming with us?
I don't know.
And you see them starting to leave as you like
Scoot.
are, grandstanding to the house.
Scoot, we're going to the courtyard. Grab a plate.
There's a... I don't know. Okay. I don't.
And Scoot gets dragged away by the crowd. They're all cheering you on. They're like,
Yeah.
again. Roll again.
Okay, what am I doing?
What do you want to bet?
Love
All of it. 40.
Son of a bitch. What am I doing?
roll 2d6.
Roll 2d6.
Yep.
Are you guys leaving? See?
Yeah, and at this point,
We're
you guys leave out the door with Amalia.
Do I already have the 40? Am I playing with house money?
No, this is what you just won, the 40.
Yeah, okay.
4. Do you want to add another die?
Yeah.
Double it up. 80.
How much?
So I need a 3 again?
Yep.
No.
5. Double it up.
What?
160.
What if I don't double it up? Do I get the money?
No.
Son of a...
7 or 12.
I don't have that much money.
So you're at 5?
I don't remember!
You need a 2.
I did a 2 or a...
If you roll.
I don't know what happens if I don't roll.
If you don't roll, you're out.
Oh,
You walked
you
away.
lost.
Bust.
You just give the 80 gold.
2! Give me the house! I want the whole house! Oh my god!
Victoria like coughs up his drink and calls over a tiefling, and the tiefling goes to a separate room and brings out like a large bag of gold.
I take it and I run to the group! I was like, guys, you never guess what happened! We're not gonna leave alive! They're gonna kill us to get this 160 back! I'm yelling this full throat.
Victoria's trying to play it down like it's chump change, like, no, this is what we're here for. This is great.
Oh my god.
I'm glad to spread some of the wealth.
Thank you!
And you kind of get the vibe that this whole party is like a sort of like a celebration of the Castellanter's charitable works. Like they're really well loved around the city for all the donations they've made to orphanages and to just the poor and downtrodden of the city. They're very popular. They do a lot of charitable work. So this is kind of celebrating their latest triumphs. In the Sea Ward, they're funding the Sea Maidens Fair. And there's kind of this current of talking about that and how excited everyone at the party is that these Castellanters are doing so well. However, Amalia pulls you into the garden. And as you leave, you go through a small kind of kitchen room where you see some tiefling cooks preparing meals to an outside door. And as you pass through the door, the three of you're kind of bumped into by these 2 kids that run by you. And Amalia's like, oh, no, stay outside, kids, or go to the guest house. It's all right. Terenzio. And the 2 kids stop. And they're like, what? Do we have to? Do any of you react or do anything as these kids are running through?
I can't think of anything that's going on right now. I'm just thinking about this money.
Yeah, what about the rest of you?
Are they both named Terenzio?
No, Terenzio and...
Terenzio.
Sorry. Terenzio and Elzarina.
I was just thinking, that is some interesting background.
Amalia
if they
turns
are-
and smiles extremely warmly and says, these are my children.
And you guys you live in the guest house? Or you just staying
No,
there for the party?
No, they're just staying there while the soiree is happening.
Oh, fun. Well, maybe we can come play with you guys later.
Do you 2 like dogs?
Dog?
They're like, yes, we've always wanted one.
Our
Dog
We have a dog for you to meet.
is outside.
As you're talking, Terry trots up.
Yes.
himself. And he just kind of like gets down on the ground like a cute little dog, and he's like wagging his tail. And he's looking up at them, and they're like, they lose their shit, and they run to the dog and start playing with him.
This is our dearest friend Terry. He's practically family.
They're like, what happened to his eye?
It's a long story. You should go play with him in the guest house, and we'll come pick him up later.
And then Terry gets up and walks towards the guest house, and they follow him that way.
Nice.
And Amalia watches with a really proud motherly grin on her face and says, "Thank you for that.
What lovely children
Maybe we should
you
get a
have.
dog. Thank you. I called you out here because I wanted to impose upon you, if I may. I've heard of your efforts in Undercliff in the Docks Ward. I believe you're very capable.
We are.
I've only heard good things about SWOJ. I like your T-shirt.
Thank you.
Do you like my dress? I've designed it after you. Castle Lantern.
Our emblem is a Y with a goose.
But Castle Lantern.
See, it's like a castle and
Oh.
then a
And a
lantern.
lantern.
Yes, I love it very much.
Roll insight.
She says, "Look, I want to be honest with you. I've heard of your efforts with Renaer Neverember.
He's a really good friend of ours.
Yes. And I wanted to inform you of the presence of a horde of golden dragons, gold coins, hidden in the city. The gold of Renaer's father, Daggolt Neverember, the former open lord of Waterdeep."
Ooh.
You act like you haven't heard of it.
Yeah, I'm going to pretend like
Okay.
we don't know anything about it.
Okay.
That sounds interesting.
I want to employ SWOJ to find it.
To get it back for Rainier?
Not for Renaer, but for the entire city of Waterdeep. You see, that gold is largely made up of plunder that was taken by the Cult of the Dragon during the Dragon War years ago. And I believe it belongs to the city, to the citizens of Waterdeep. And I want to see it returned before some other party takes it.
Okay. You don't happen to have the Stone of Galore, do you?
She blinks and looks at you and says, "The Stone of Galore?"
No? Okay, I just thought maybe it would be easier. Do you have a lead on where the dragons are hid?
I don't. I was wondering if you could use your relationship with Renaer.
Oh,
And I have vast coffers that I could offer to you.
He doesn't know we already asked him.
Oh. In that case, I'm afraid I
if
don't.
we had heard of it before. We would have asked him about it.
Rainier who?
I'm so glad I'm just sitting counting gold in a bag right now.
Yeah. She just blinks and continues, as if she hadn't heard what you just said. She says that House Castellanter would be happy to fund you in your search.
Oh,
but she has no information to
Castellanter.
provide.
Ugh,
Castellanter, one word.
Yeah.
I hear that now.
The dress
I
still works,
see.
though.
It's a lovely dress.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yes. Yes. Please, I want to move quickly
Yes.
to get this gold in the right hands. It's what Osvaldo would have wanted.
Who's Osvaldo?
And she pauses for a second and takes a deep breath. And then says, "Maybe you saw the paintings inside." You didn't. Osvaldo is our late son. He went missing a few years back, but he loved this city, and I believe that he would want it returned to the people.
How old was he?
He was 13.
We want it returned to the people too. And so we would happily be engaged. We have a stipend, like a daily stipend of 150 gold pieces.
She looks down. She has a tear in her eye at this point. She's thinking about her son.
Yeah,
She doesn't even look at you, and she says, "Yes, of course."
great. It's what Osvaldo would have wanted, I think.
Yes, and I At that point, she has to step away. She steps away for a second and cries softly to herself.
So, Zay's been just eating off of her plate and his plate and
Yeah.
her plate this
Yep.
whole time. I'd like to examine the sky. So the storms are still coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Does it remind me at all of the last time Waterdeep was covered in storms and we got sucked into another dimension?
No, it's just regular rain clouds. It's kind of a drizzle right now. Like, you guys are standing under an awning, so you're staying dry.
Okay.
But there's kind of a light rain that's kind of coming and going. Black storm clouds obscuring the sky, so to speak. And then Amalia says, "I don't mean to keep you. I'm sorry. I'll send somebody to be in touch to work out the details. But please, if you hear anything, any progress, you can tell one of our valets or come visit any time."
Great. And you don't have any clues or anything? Any leads? Any suggestions?
I'm sorry. I'm leaving that to you.
Okay. Well, you picked the right team.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You may speak to Willifort Crowell, my major domo.
We met him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
He's wonderful.
He does
He'll
not
never
like
forget
dogs.
us.
Would you like a T-shirt?
She says, I'm all right.
Okay.
Maybe Williford would, though. You should ask him.
I definitely will.
Very well.
I'll tell him
well.
that you would like him to get one. So
Yes.
yeah, great.
It's just come, let us enjoy the party.
Thank
Let's
you.
get back
Nice to
it.
meet you, Miss Madam
Amalia.
Castellanter.
Amalia, please.
Oh, okay.
Amalia.
Thank you, Amalia.
So as soon as she's out of earshot, I just want to confirm. She just asked us to do the thing we're already trying to do.
Shh.
But for her?
450 gold pieces a day.
For the city.
For the city. Do we have any guarantee that she'll give the dragons to the, like, who is the city?
We'll do it at a big ceremony to like the mayor, and then everyone will know about it.
The mayor. The mayor.
The mayor of Waterdeep.
Or, you know,
The masked lords.
As you guys walk back into the dining hall where the gambling was happening, you see that there's something else happening in this town now. There seem to be small robotic figures running along the walls and doing like cheerleading formations, like bouncing on top of each other and doing catapults off of each other onto the table and onto the floor. And you recognize these little automatons as the same sort of beings as Nim, the small robot creature that was on the eye catcher in the dream world many days ago. Other episode. You recognize them, and standing atop the table is none other than Zardoz Zord, the proprietor of the Sea Maiden's Fair, with his giant red cap, wearing practically nothing, looking as fabulous as ever, with a rainbow-colored feather coming out of his plume.
Ooh.
And the crowd seems to love him, and he's like orchestrating these robots as they do tricks around the room. How do you react?
Is there any music?
Yes, there is music. The robots seem to be playing some kind of music from somewhere internally. It's kind of like a fast beat as they dance around the room.
Their little Walkman.
Mm-hmm.
Lark is standing slack-jawed, just in amazement, just gaping at it all.
And you get the sense that he seems to be pandering these things to the audience. He's like, a nimble right for you, sir. A nimble right for you, miss. They will take care of anything you need. They can dance. They can sing. They can... They're almost indestructible.
Zay, you should get a nimble right. Just Zay. I'll lift Zay up.
And they're fully autonomous.
One over here.
I reach up and grab the one that's closest and pull it to my bosom.
It kind of, I guess, let's see.
As it reacts to Zay's bosom.
It tries to deflect away, but you manage to grab it before it gets past you. And you pull it close, and it's kind of like... It seems like it has like a purpose it's trying to do. It's doing these robotic distress sounds.
I think it's in distress.
Kind of like 90s internet sounds.
It's a
Maybe let it go.
It's a dial-up, and I doubt you ever heard one, you child.
Oh, I certainly did, my friends. And Zardos sees you holding his nimble right. And he says, my friends!
Mr. Zoe!
It is so good to see you!
Sardos, I
And he
brought
looks
this
at the
for
room,
you.
he's like, this is SWOJ, the heroes of the Docks Ward. And they're like, yeah, we know.
Hi, Zardos.
Yeah.
I still have my same feelings of jealousy and resentment, but trying to hide it a little bit.
Ah.
Because he does everything I do better, and he looks better at nothing than I do. Yeah, that's
He's
therapy.
like, confirmed.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Zardos!
Says, hello! I'm glad to see you here, if you please. And he goes back, like he was in the middle of a trade agreement with somebody, and he starts like haggling with this nobleman to try and sell them. He's actually talking to Victorio Castellanter, selling him a nimble right.
Oh, these are for sale.
Yes.
What's Nim doing?
They all look like Nim, so it's not really clear if one of them is Nim.
Oh.
Yeah, they all seem to be kind of following
It's
some
all
sort of
the
a
same.
program or something. They're doing their own thing together. The one in your arms is still kind of trying to like push away politely. It's not trying to hurt you, but it's kind of like pushing away with one leg and one arm.
How much are... What do the nimble rights do?
They're servants. They can do anything. They have a modicum of... Zardos turns back to you from his deal. He's like, they're servants! They have a modicum of self-autonomy, so they can do whatever you ask them to do and do it well.
Guys, let's get a nim.
You have one.
1,000 gold pieces.
Oh!
Zardos, here's your nim.
That's a lot.
Alas, they're a rare commodity. They're from Lantan, far to the west.
Lantan?
Yes, a culture of gnomes.
Awesome.
Are these
Inventors.
bronzed gnomes? Did you dip gnomes in bronze and then start selling them?
No. They're made of wood and metal.
Oh,
these things.
okay.
Yeah, they're made. They're hollow. You can see like their supports and whatnot.
Okay,
They don't have like
gotcha.
skin or surfaces. They're just kind of like these tinker toy looking. People.
Yeah, so you want 1,000 for a garden gnome.
But it's a robot garden gnome. Look at it. Look at them dancing.
Do they?
I have very little need for them dancing on the ceiling.
Yeah, but you could say carry this cannonball pie or whatever. Like you could have them do anything. I think we should.
Do they make any sort of noise when they move? Like, are they audible or are they silent?
It's slightly audible, yeah. It's kind of like a whirring and a
Oh,
clicking.
you wouldn't want to live with that. That'd be terrible.
Well, have we heard anything like that before in our adventures?
No, you haven't.
When we met Nim, he talked.
Yes, he did.
But none of these are talking?
Not to you.
Nim, are you here? None of them
respond. As you're calling out, through the doors that you came in from the foyer, are two individuals that you recognize, Lark, as Grim and Isabel Wavesilver, your parents.
Oh, dude!
I quick jump behind Scoot.
Dude, your parents are here.
No, I'm standing behind you so they won't see me.
Do you want to roll stealth?
They can,
Yes.
Hide the hat. The feather's huge.
No, it doesn't come off. Fuck.
I try to make myself bigger. I try to
11.
Zane
They instantly
hears him
see you.
say
And from across the room, your father, Grim, says, Malark!
I yell, "Hi, Grim! Hi, Scoot, remember me?"
He ignores you
Ah, shit.
and glares at Lark.
Hi, Father.
Father!
Malark, come with me.
But these are my friends, and we're at a party, and we're doing some...
They can come too.
Okay, hey, everyone. We're gonna go.
Oh, I don't know if I want to, though. Because
He's not gonna go away.
He's
Trust
a
me.
dick.
Yeah, I know.
I say all
We're coming.
And he takes you and silently goes up the stairs to the banquet, to the ballroom.
Dad, I'm really sorry about the 5 gold. It was a super cool die. It looked like a beholder.
5 gold? It was 10 gold,
Okay,
Malark.
but I thought it was okay.
And that was 2 weeks ago.
Yes, but you said 500% interest every 10 days, so that is just 50 gold. And look at this big sack that my friend has.
Oh my God, no!
Look at Scoot's sack.
You know what?
He looks so... His cheeks are red. He's got short cropped hair. He looks very like military looking. Wearing a beautiful outfit with like medals and things. Your mother, on the one hand, seems happy to see you. She's smiling actually when she sees you.
Hi, Mom.
Ask your mom for 50 gold.
Mom, can I borrow 50 gold?
She smiles compassionately and doesn't say anything. And they lead. Are the 4 of you coming along together?
Yep.
I guess.
You go up to the ballroom, and as you make your way up to the ballroom, you see that in the ballroom, almost everyone's wearing masks. There's a mix of gold masks and silver masks and porcelain ones. And there's like a whole like rack of masks. You can kind of take your pick. And there's many people doing waltzes and pavanes and hully-gullies and all kinds of Waterdhavian dances.
Question. Did we pass a rack of masks?
Yes, it's right by the entrance to the room.
So we can grab them?
Yep.
Yeah, I
If you
took
like.
one.
What'd you take?
What do they look like? Just anything?
There's like, tragedy, comedy, like monsters. There's a wide variety.
I'll take a monster.
Or just like
but
Zorro
like
style.
like a weak monster, like a rat. Like a sewer rat.
Nice.
I grabbed like
Your
a
mask still?
3/4 face, kind of scully looking.
Like a Phantom
Sort
of
of.
the Opera.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're doing Phantom?
Yep.
All right.
Great.
I picked the one that looks the most heroic.
Your father just glares at you as you touch it. Like, how dare you? He's kind of trying to lead you to like this private seating area on the side of the ballroom. But, you take it anyway.
I do take it anyway.
If there's something creepier that like the masks from BioShock or something, I would take one of those.
And as you enter this room, you hear a voice from the entryway, Williford's voice, calling out, announcing House Graalhund.
Oh.
Are we we're not on the same level as
You're on the second level
right?
at this point.
And we
Yep,
hear
you're
it
in
like
the
through a
ballroom.
window or something.
Yeah, it kind of
Okay.
echoes around the whole house.
I double knot that mask around my head real fast.
Great.
Did you know?
I suspected they might be here.
Your father says, Malark, I need you to seize this business.
I like Lark better, Dad.
Malark, you bring
I like Lark too.
disappointment and embarrassment upon our house. We're already struggling as it is.
Have you
Why haven't
read
you haven't even written in weeks?
But you kicked me out! If you kick me out of the house, I feel like that I don't owe you a letter.
I thought you would learn a lesson.
Well, I did, and the lesson was...
Many eyes are upon us, Malark.
Sorry, Dad.
And he turns away. Shakes his head. And your mother goes up to you and says, Look, Lark.
I know you're very disappointed in me. I'm sorry.
It's not just that.
Okay.
Our house has fallen on very hard times lately. Your father is very stressed. We're in debt to many parties. Our shipping business is almost completely underwater.
I get it. I get that. Sorry.
That was unintentionally funny, Mom.
Like schooling. And she quirks.
But here, Mom, here's the thing. We're starting a really awesome tavern, and it's at Troll Skull Manor. And people are going to come, and they're going to buy wine, and then they're going to hire SWOJ. I put up posters everywhere. We're going to be the heroes of the city, and it won't be a problem. And you can come live with us. Just forget about Dad. Just come and move in. Scoot's mom already lives with us.
Do you know if my parents are coming to this party too? Everyone else is.
Scooch. They were invited.
Damn.
Are you talking to SVL?
Yeah, I'm basically saying this. I feel bad.
You're Scoot.
Yeah.
Thank you for housing my son.
Okay.
I think you really made a difference in his life.
I bet I
In
did.
the time that he was struggling.
He's a really good role model.
And I owe you very much.
Yeah, add it to the sack.
She laughs at that. It's like, ha!
I closed the
A
sack.
businessman after my own heart.
Yeah. Is that track 17?
She says, Lark, I support you.
Thanks, Mom.
I can't give you any money. We're very short right now, but I would like to urge you to have patience with your father. Maybe get in touch once in a while.
Do you know that he's charging me 500% every 10 day for a little die that
Yes.
I bought at
I also know that you've been charging the family for many of your purchases.
Yeah, but
now, Lark.
that's how it works.
She uses your full name when she says that.
And
Look, we're a tertiary branch of the Wave Silver House. We don't even have that much money as it is.
I know. All right, I'm sorry.
But I do think it's really wonderful that you named your group the Silver Waves of Justice.
I know,
I
right?
think it's truly amazing.
Yes!
And she laughs and she gives you a hug.
I give her a hug.
And as they're hugging and this sweet situation's going on, you notice that from the hallway behind you, walking into the room, is Willifert Crowell and two people, each wearing golden masks. No, one wearing a golden mask, and one looking tall and regal, wearing the Graalhund crest, which is like an angry face, sort of like a demonic kind of face. On her shoulder, a tall woman, sort of a Morticia Adams kind of look to her. That's the mom, right? I think. Yeah. And as they walk in, Willifert is kind of walking next to them, and from his pocket, he pulls out a box with glasses, thin-rimmed glasses, and puts them on his head. Shortly after you all see this happen, the whole ballroom is suddenly shaken by a howling sound from above you. There's maybe a 25-foot high ceiling, and the whole ballroom is surrounded by huge windows from floor to ceiling with red crimson curtains. It's a beautiful room, but somewhere above that is this howling noise that it's unclear where it's coming from, if it's the wind or something else. And everyone in the room kind of pauses and looks around and looks up.
it's not a golden retriever, is it?
No.
Okay.
How do you react to all of this?
Williford, what was that sound?
Williford turns towards you, pushes up his glasses, and says, I believe it was the wind.
What?
Seems legit.
I would like to go up and check it out. Maybe there's a window open or something.
No, the windows are all closed. It's raining.
What's the nearest access point to getting above? Is there staircase, something to climb up?
There is a staircase.
Ooh, a map.
It is not in the ballroom, however. You don't see any staircase around you. You came up a staircase from the foyer, but then there's other doors leading places beyond. You don't know. So there's a staircase somewhere. There's also big windows.
I think we should try to find a way up there, and then also, that gets you out of this room.
Brilliant, let's go. Right
Yeah.
now.
As you're planning, you hear a voice in your heads, and it's Terry. And Terry's like, guys.
What? Terry?
Terry?
Where are you?
A bunch of the guards on the walls just like fell over. I don't know what's going on.
What do you mean?
They're passed out or they're dead or something. I don't know. I'm in the yard. But I was watching them.
Good job, Terry.
It's really,
Good boy.
it's really boring out here, okay?
Thanks,
Did you hear that sound, by the way?
Oh, we heard
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, could
Yeah,
you
that was
tell where it
weird.
was coming from?
Was that you?
No, it wasn't me. I don't know. I think it came from the building.
The building made that noise?
Well, that or the wind. I don't know. It's kind of storming out now.
Oh, it might be the wind.
No, it's not the wind.
The name of the wind.
I'm gonna, oh, stop. I'm gonna...
Great book. I should read it.
I'm gonna run. Is there a nearby... What's the nearest door? Is it...
The one you came from. The one behind the Graalhund and
But there's no
Wilfred.
stairs out there that went up.
No.
I'm gonna run towards a different door. Let's go! I don't care which
I
one. The nearest
follow
one.
Lark.
Okay. As you run, Scoot.
Nope,
Say.
just-
Zay lifts up her skirts and starts following along.
you hike those up
Not
real high with your hands,
entirely.
just so you know.
She's tiny.
As you run towards the door, you suddenly hear behind you in the ballroom a crashing and a screaming sound.
Oh, I want
And-
to go there.
Through a few of the bay windows, there are figures swinging in the room, crashing through the window, wearing golden grinning masks, wearing red leather armor and robes. There's one in the center. There's 4 figures total that you see. One lands in the center of the room and lets out some kind of a howl, which you recognize from the Godcatcher's hand. And as this figure howls, it blows off the mask of the figure, and you see this clone of Ylka standing in the center of the room. And tiles chip away, and noble people all scream and run away. Your parents are cowering in the corner, Lark. The Graalhund and Williford seem to kind of be like standing back, like offended, if anything.
How many feet from her am I? Is Zay?
From who?
Zylka.
Maybe 40 feet. You're on the edge of the room. She's in the center of the room.
Somebody shoot it.
Roll for initiative.
Oh! It's been so long. Fuck. It's gonna be a while.
13.
13.
15.
5.
All right, Ylka, what would you like to do first?
How far am I from her?
Be over here.
About
for a
40
while.
feet.
What's the range on that gun?
At least 40 feet.
I'm gonna pull the gun out of my brassiere and try to shoot her in the head.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Don't use this one. Oh. Oh.
Would you like to use Bardic Inspiration?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, what is it? 1D something?
Should we say it's a...
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Inspiration die 1d6.
Cool.
So one. That's a 1.
That was 45 seconds
Yeah.
for a 1.
Okay.
Your shot goes wide, and instead of hitting
damn it.
this other Ylka, it hits one of the musicians in the back, the string band, on the opposite side of the room, who are like all ducking and covering, but it hits one of them. And there's this cloud of dust and shrieking from that direction, and you can't really see what's going on with it. There's lots of bodies milling around at this point.
Oh, that's even worse. Now I want to know if the band's in on it.
What, do you want to move, or is
Does
that it?
anything change about the band member I hit?
Roll perception. It's far away, and there's lots of chaos.
10.
It seems like there's some sort of magic happening, but you can't really see any details. Like there's like some sort of an aura, kind of some sounds and like shock and horror coming from that side of the room. Next is Lark.
Me? God. I'm going to... I don't have any of my weapons. I'm going to run and tackle Zylka.
Okay.
I probably can only get to her, though. Actually, I can't even. She's 40 feet away.
Yep.
I'm going to spend my entire turn sprinting towards her.
Going on turn? Okay. Zay.
I'm going to move so that Lark is not in between me and Zylka. Pull the gun out and aim at Zylka. 11. I don't suppose I have any.
Dexterity modifier, so that would be
Oh,
plus
dex.
2.
13.
13. I'm afraid you don't hit her.
You're the worst.
Yep.
Why did we ask for a demonstration?
I'm sorry. You fire from across the room, and in the chaos of everything, she actually gets bumped as a couple of the guards. There's a couple guards still in the room, and they charge towards her and knock her kind of sideways. And one of the guards gets hit. He's a tiefling. Doesn't seem affected by it. He kind of looks down at this pink dust that's suddenly surrounding him. He's like, what is this? At this point, the other Ylka sees the 4 of you from across the room, and her face like knots into this like twist of hatred. She begins to turn invisible where she's standing from her feet up. And she starts running towards one of the windows that she came from, where there's a grappling hook line hanging, to get out of the room. Scoot.
How far am I from that grappling hook?
You're about 60 feet.
Oh.
It's on the opposite side of her.
Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my full action plus my movement to get to that grappling hook.
To that window and just kind of like brace yourself.
Yep. I'm just going to stand there, like spread, waiting for another shot to the junk.
Okay. Okay.
Back to episode 3.
At this point, a few of the people dancing in the room take off their golden masks. Or actually, sorry, no, they keep on their mask. They pull out daggers from within their bodies, their cloaks. And they start to attack other noblemen in the room.
What?
Some of them are like painting blood patterns on the walls and doing weird occult shit.
Cool.
As the violence goes down,
Scott
all in
says
an
cool.
instant. Scott says cool.
Scott says cool. Scoot's like weird, but kind of cool.
Scoot is chaotic neutral.
Damn it! Fuck.
Wow, and 8 noblemen are kind of like slashed to the ground.
Oh!
Your parents are hiding in the corner, so they're all right. You can now see clearly as these people start to go down that across the room from you in the band, there's this. She was playing a double bass. And she's wearing a dress, but she doesn't look human anymore. She has this kind of green, like alien skin, and she's kind of looking around the room, like really out of place, like, oh, what is going on? And she's kind of like hiding behind her double bass as you go. Ylka.
How close am I to the half-invisible Ylka?
I believe you're about 40 feet away because you fired.
All right, my shatter has a 60-foot range. I'm going to cast shatter at her.
Okay.
It will erupt from a point of my choice within range, so my choice is at her feet.
Yeah.
Yep. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere from that point must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. She gets a 16. Is that higher than your DC? I think it is. So she succeeds. So what happens? What other effect does the spell have in the area? Like, what is that spell supposed to do?
Takes D3/8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a
So
successful
3d8
weapon.
divided by 2.
Cool. So you can roll 3d8. So it's like a lightning bolt, basically. Like you're like shattering the ground with this giant like explosion. Right in the center of the ballroom.
1, 2. Ooh.
17.
13, 17. So she takes 9 damage.
That'll do.
Boom. And it kind of disrupts her invisibility spell for a bit. She kind of stumbles forward and she's like half invisible as she's like starting to move away. Zay, what would you like to do?
I target Zylka with a moonbeam, which is a silvery beam of pale light with a 5-foot radius and a 40-foot high cylinder. When she starts there, she's engulfed in ghostly flames and reverts to an original form if successful.
Ah, okay. So is it a dexterity save or what is it?
It's a Constitution save.
All right, I'll roll it out front just to see what we get. She gets +1. 15.
Ooh. My spell save DC is a 12.
All right, so she stands in the moonbeam, and it kind of ignites her, so like her shape is still visible in the fire.
Oh, sorry. A shape changer makes a saving throw with disadvantage? Did it matter?
I can't say.
All right.
But no, it did not matter. So she's still, like her outline is still visible, and she moves right up to you, Scoot. How would you like to react? She tries to move past you.
Oh, she does take half damage.
Oh, okay, roll damage. What is that, a 3?
13, half of 13,
Okay,
so
she
6.
takes 7. Rounding up, Scoot. She's moving past you to the grappling hook and jumping up to it.
I'm grabbing her.
Okay,
I'm just grabbing hold.
make an attack roll.
Is this like a grapple check?
Yep.
That's athletics?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Fuck! No! 2.
7?
And you lunge for her, and she just like pushes you back, like judo style, and you fall face forward on the ground as she like leaps up gracefully to the rope and starts shimmying upwards.
Yeah, that was
To
my
our listeners, Scoot
that was
is-
my big D20.
Scoot is raging IRL right now.
It's that was barely a rage, my friend. I'm raging internally.
Lark.
Therapy's working.
I finished my dash towards the window, and I also jump out the window and try to grab the rope and climb up.
Ah, okay, great. Roll acrobatics.
Well, that's not great. It's a 7.
Throw it back there.
Okay, you jump out the window and miss the rope.
No, not again!
Catch him, Tim! Catch him!
Roll 2d6.
2d6 clumsy damage.
6.
Yeah, you take 6 damage and fall to the ground.
Ouch!
Where Terry is standing next to you, and he says, "Get up, Lark!" And he starts licking your face.
Oh, who's a
It's
good
kind of
boy?
gross. It's kind of gross. It's like a dead dog tongue.
That's gotta be good for half of
He's like, "I don't know why I'm doing this, but it feels right. Get up!"
Thanks, Terry.
Yeah, and like the edge of the rope is like dangling there on the ground, and it goes up to like the top of the 3rd floor of the building, like it's attached to the very top. Next is Scoot.
Okay, I missed.
Yep.
And Lark just jumped past me?
Yep.
Out the window.
Yep.
The grappling hook goes down to the ground?
Yes.
Can I see the shape, the outline of the shape at all?
What shape?
The person that I tried to grab.
She's disappearing up past the window at this
She's
point.
going up?
Yep.
Fudge. And there's still aggressiveness happening in the room.
Yeah, there's like at least 8-10 people attacking noblemen in the room right now.
That's a lot.
We should have brought our weapons in.
Yeah, we should have brought our weapons in. You're okay down there though, right?
Yeah, Terry's looking at me.
I don't know if I can get.
You guys start calling out the window to each other.
Terry's looking at me. I'm fine.
Can I? Is she making like good distance up the rope?
Yeah, she's moving at like her full speed upwards, so she's made it up like 20 feet.
God, do I have any chance of doing that? I mean, I did work on a ship for maybe a year. I'm gonna see if I can make up the distance. I want to go up. I want to chase and see if I can get to within closing distance.
Yep.
What do you want for that? Athletics again?
Yes.
All right. This is a new die. That's one better than the last one. 8.
Scoot, roll 2d6.
I rage against the falling. 6.
Take 6 damage as you fall on top of Lark.
How much damage is Lark taking?
Lark, you take 2 damage.
No!
Okay.
This is a normal game of D&D.
And Terry starts licking you. Also, he's like, come on, Scoot.
Thanks, Terry.
I know you got this.
Yeah, I don't.
At this point, the woman seems to disappear over the rooftop. You two see that from below. You two see her disappear above the top of the window. Ylka.
With this kind of success, how can I not?
I'm running out of D20s.
I'm going to try to start climbing the rope.
Okay. Like carefully?
Don't do it. It's evil. Don't do it.
Carefully as opposed to...
Like heroically jumping up to it and like vaulting up at full speed. Like some.
Oh, like racing up it?
Yeah, because if you do it carefully, you can just, climb up a rope. It's not a challenging activity.
You know what? Fuck you.
No, I mean, I'm pretty hot-headed. She stole my form, and I want to...
Then roll acrobatics.
Don't do it. It's an evil rope.
It'll be fine.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm real acrobatic.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Roll 2d6!
That's a 2.
This is how the campaign ends.
We're all just going to be injured in a pile here.
Oh shit, we're gonna take damage.
6!
6 damage. Scoot.
Yeah.
You take 3 damage.
Fine.
Lark, at this point, I think you probably crawled away a little bit.
Great.
Yeah, you've had a bit more time.
And I land on top of
You
Scoot.
land on top of Scoot, yes.
Good.
Zay.
This seems familiar.
I don't even try with the rope. I just jump out the window. Not really.
Do you want to?
God.
Maybe like when you fell out of the portal, you just land on top of Scoot. And you just,
I was like, guys, why didn't you invite me? Is this what
Oh,
we're
and
doing?
Terry's looking you too. He's like, you know what, you get some too.
So I look around for the other people in the grim? How do you describe the gold masks?
There's a wide variety. Some of them are smiling, some of them are frowning, some are like those plague doctor masks.
Of the three that arrived with Ylka, what are those 3 doing?
There was 8.
They are doing the same as the rest. They're attacking noblemen kind of indiscriminately, or doing various occult things on the ground, on the walls, tearing things down, trashing the place. Seems like a sort of a weird raid. Doesn't seem to be a clear objective. They're all kind of staying in this room.
Okay, and his parents seem safe from
So
what
far,
I can tell.
yeah. They're huddling behind a piano.
Okay, maybe I do jump out a window.
Sure.
It's gonna look like this whole place got slaughtered and we left out a window.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah.
This is bad.
I know.
This is okay. Okay, I'm gonna slide the rope down to the ground to join my party.
Oh, okay.
Zay.
That's easy to do, yeah. So
Fuck you,
Zay
man.
lands
Hey,
gracefully
guys.
on top of Scoot, as she is wont to do.
That's true.
And you hear, again, from outside now, a howling sound and a crashing sound from up above, like where the grappling hook is staying on the top of the house at this point.
I don't know that I care
For a few
anymore.
seconds, and then it kind of dies down.
I want to go up the rope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, you're out of initiative. You're on your own. There's no sign of enemies where you are. So,
Until we go past that floor again,
Yeah.
where there's 8 people slaughtering innocents.
I think we should go up.
Okay.
All right.
To the roof.
We're climbing up the rope.
okay. Simple enough. So you make your way up the rope. As you're climbing past the window again, like all in a line, as you see the carnage below you, it seems like some of the noblemen have started to like cast spells. Like many of them have rings that are glowing or like various magical implements. And it seems like the noblemen are kind of swinging the tide of this battle. Victorio Castellanter is out there with his ruby-tipped staff, and he's kind of like causing the whole room to shake, and the curtains are shaking, and the ground is kind of crumbling, and it's like trapping cultists by the feet. So it seems like there's some sort of action going on down there. But you just crawl right past the four of you.
As I go past, I'm like, Dad, get Mom out of there! And then I'll keep going.
Oh, okay. You don't hear a response. There's a lot of noise.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's nice of you. And you make it up to the rooftop of the building. And the rooftop of this building, it's a crimson tile roof. Maybe like 80 by 80 or so by dimension. It's a pretty big manor. You don't see any signs of life up here except for this fourth floor, this fourth story attic kind of space. That has kind of like loose timbers and the walls and roof of this addition that's at the same level as you guys. Like it kind of comes up from where you're standing. The walls are much more shoddy and poorly repaired. And there's a huge hole in this wall where it seems like something has recently crashed through into it. It's dark inside though, even for you, Scoot.
I can't even see what's in there.
And you all kind of pile up one after another and see this.
I think we should go in
there. The wind
there.
is whipping past you. You say, I think we should go in there?
Yeah.
And as you say that, Lark, the clouds above you, it stops raining, and the clouds open up just enough that a peep of moonlight comes down from the sky and lands on you, and your body starts to change.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
And you all see this. You see Lark start to bend over and start to grow
Shoot him!
silver hair on his hands and his face as he kind of hunches over and starts to turn into this lycanthrope-ish character, a were-rat, over the space of about 20 seconds. What do you do while this is happening? Lark, what do you do?
I squeal.
Like,
Like a rat, sort of. I don't know.
yeah. What do the rest of you do?
But I'm like, awesome!
You start to feel very hungry for garbage and flesh.
Flash!
Yes. What do the rest of you do?
I address him, trying to be like, Lark, fight this, remember who you are, don't lose yourself, you're still Lark, you're still human.
Do I feel like I'm losing myself?
Yes.
I pin him.
no.
I pin him to the ground.
Okay.
In the moonbeam?
Make an attack roll.
Well,
A grapple roll.
well where you're at. I guess I don't know.
Actually, yeah, if you're not resisting, you can just pin you down while this is happening.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Try to block the moonlight.
I make
So
myself
what do you
big.
say? You make a case, Ylka?
Yeah, I don't know if casting it, like, if I can inspire him out of not being aware at, I think I know better than that as bards go. But I'm just trying to appeal to his human self.
Yeah, we'll roll persuasion.
Oh, neat. Why do
11.
11.
none of these dice go past 8?
What do you say to him?
Lark, remember all of the things that we've done together when you were standing upright on 2 feet like a human and you had hands at the end of your arms, and this is your friend.
As
You
his
made us
his
these
arms are like
shirts!
stretching out, like underneath Scoot's hands as he's holding him down, like his claws are forming. Did I say Scott? Scoot.
Look at these beautiful, beautiful shirts you made. We are the silver waves of justice. We're your friends. Remember us.
Make a wisdom save.
With advantage? 4.
You guys are trying to kill us.
You don't even sense a response, Lark, at this point. Zay, what do you do?
It is important to remind him who he is, but I feel like he's made this choice. So I start quoting Ratman comics to him about saving the city and staying with your friends and remembering who you are underneath it all.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
19,
Okay, and the next roll?
not 20.
Okay. So that was a 19 raw or a 19 with your modifier?
So 21.
21. Okay, Lark, you suddenly feel a flicker of consciousness and you feel Scoot on top of you.
And I'm pinning you down.
You also feel very hungry for garbage and flesh.
Oh, dear.
I've got my forearm pressed against the back of your neck, pinning you to the crimson surface of this like 4th floor, and I'm screaming at you. You still owe me 7 months' rent. And
That smells really good.
that's my way to remind you of humanity. Give me my money before you turn into this.
Can I talk? Have I lost my ability to speak?
So you try to talk, and it comes out as this sort of like guttural roar. At this point, you're not human, you're not a were-rat, you're more of a were-ferret. Silver ferret. Humanoid. And your speech has kind of a whine and kind of a roar to it. But you are able to make noises, like clipped noises.
I have a little bit of animal handling. Can I kind of understand him?
Get me out of the moonlight and get away, I'm gonna bite you!
Can I roll to see if I understand that?
You understand it, yeah.
Okay, well then I try to drag him a few feet
Zay's
out of the way.
impassioned statement gives him just enough wherewithal to...
Okay, I'm trying to maneuver us both out of the moonlight then.
Into the attic?
And away from the moonlight.
That's the only
moonlight
place on this rooftop.
Then yes.
Can I throw dancing lights into that hole?
Yes.
I throw dancing lights into that hole.
And the lights illuminate, looks like a really dusty attic with kind of like scattered benches and chairs like tipped over. And then you see within the center of this room, it's maybe like a 40 by 60 room on top of it's a pretty big room. Like a huge storage crawl space attic kind of thing. Like a 10-foot high ceiling. There's this huge circle of darkness that the dancing lights do not illuminate. About 30 feet wide in the center of the room. The rest of you follow?
Yep.
I do. As he's dragging him in, I reach out and I touch Lark's leg as far away from his mouth as I can and offer guidance to resist whatever's happening to him.
Okay. And you pull him out of the moonlight. And as that happens, this change starts to recede within you. Just a little bit. You become a little bit more human. You still have like hair, but you're not out of control anymore. Like you're just kind of slightly warped.
Okay. Thanks, Scoot.
And I don't stop. Where's my money? When are you giving me the 7 months rent?
I almost bit you, and you saved me.
Okay.
I'll definitely pay you rent at some point.
We'll call it square.
I got it.
Thanks for not giving me lycanthropy. Turning me into a were-ferret.
Right?
Lark, your hair looks so lovely with your white feather in your hat.
Thanks.
It's a good look for you.
Your hair is like longer and like luscious and silver right now. Like it's this weird...
That's pretty awesome. Long hair is awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at my hair. Yeah, I do like one of those things.
Oh, it's shiny. It's... Gosh, Lark, it's like a silver wave.
Oh, Scoot gets it.
And as you all have a moment, suddenly from the darkness in the center of the room, a chain whips out, a long chain, and wraps around you, Scoot.
What?
Because a 23 hits you, I assume.
Was that an attack roll?
It sure was.
Bummer.
And you take 10 slashing damage.
Oh, no!
Okay.
It's good thing you didn't fall out of a window.
And you are grappled and pulled into the darkness.
Scoot, no!
Do I have any chance to resist that?
You do not, because it hit you.
Fudge. I'm in the darkness.
Yep, and as you're dragged into it, your legs drag across this circle that was around the darkness that you can see now is like a red circle made of like some kind of chalk or dust, and it breaks the circle, and the darkness evaporates into the air, and you can all see in this room in the center of it is this huge hulking humanoid figure, maybe 9 feet tall with chains wrapped all around its body, and like a cloth wrapped around its mouth, and like bloodshot bulging eyes and like blue veins popping out of its body. It's huge and hulking. And it's carrying 2 chains in its hands, as well as several other chains that are kind of draped around it and attached to the floor. And in one chain wrapped around it is the other Ylka, kind of squirming and trying to get out of this chain. And the other chain is you, Scoot, being held by this thing. And this thing lets out another guttural howl, like the ones that you heard before from below. And then it charges towards you. So, back in initiative order.
This is going to be the last episode of Twin Portals, I think.
Yeah.
I was sick of editing these things anyways.
Ylka, you go first.
Thanks for the fan art, by the way.
Who's damaged?
Scoot is very damaged.
10. I'm gonna throw. Am I close enough to touch him?
You're about 20 feet away.
I can give him a healing word then.
Okay.
So as you're casting the spell, you can kind of feel that there's this aura emanating from this creature that's like dampening the healing magic. Like it's challenging for you to cast this spell, as this like darkness kind of, it just like bleeds from this creature. It's got open wounds, and as it's charging towards you, these chains that it's holding, the metal of the chains kind of like warps and spikes, and it's like painful to you, Scoot, as these like spikes kind of dig into you as they're wrapped around you. Like some kind of magic is animating these spikes.
If that's my fetish, can I get inspiration?
Yes, but also the chains are kind of in a spiral pattern around the thing.
I hate spirals.
Which actually gives you disadvantage. So,
Damn it.
so it cancels out.
Cancels.
Yeah.
Nice job, though, on there, remembering that. Assuming you just looked at my character sheet, you prick.
So what do you heal, Ylka?
5.
5 health, Scoot.
Do I
As
get all
Ylka
5?
sings the song of your people.
Yay.
What is the healing word today, Ylka?
In this moment, it is the sort of chirpy, echic noise of a dolphin. That's the one.
And
Great.
the dolphin
Great.
tattoo smiles.
Yes!
A little
And
bit.
it revives you.
I can't do a dolphin.
It doesn't make any noise.
I wish it
Can we do that again one more time?
No.
Okay.
I'm taking it out of the podcast anyways.
Zay, I believe you're... No, is it Lark is next? This is my thing. Lark, you're next.
What does Lark do?
You find that you've healed all the damage you've taken, by the way.
Yeah?
As this happens. This transformation came and went.
Neat.
You're back to your full health.
And what change is still like residual here? Just that I have hair, like long hair. That's it.
Long hair, slightly taller, slightly longer legs. You've got kind of claws on the ends of your fingers.
Hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what else is in this room? All that's in it is.
There's a bunch of scattered furniture laying around. Like there's like a small seating area near this thing, and there's this big circle you can now see has a pentagram inscribed across this big 20-foot diameter circle that's been kind of disrupted by the people going into it. Otherwise, it's very dark, very dusty. Seems like a pretty undisturbed room.
I am going to run past this. Try to get around behind the thing. Can I do that? Is it watching me as I run around behind?
It's not really clear. It's kind of like raging around this thing. Like its eyes are very wild.
I'm gonna run around behind and try to jump up on its back. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Great.
Lark runs right behind and jumps up on its back.
Roll acrobatics.
Oh no!
He has it though. Yes.
Okay.
You add a d4.
Add a
whatever you
1d4
did.
to that.
Yeah, it's not gonna really help.
Just say 4 plus.
9.
Let's say you have advantage because you just morphed into this new thing, so you have more energy for physical activities.
20 then.
20. Okay. So you jump onto the thing's back, and you manage to kind of avoid getting cut up by this like barbed wire chain that's wrapped around this thing. And you're holding onto it for dear life at this point as it roars around. You don't seem to weigh it down at all. And it kind of like it feels cold to your touch, icy cold.
If I am able to, as I'm sort of holding onto it, I'll try to dig my new claws into its face as I'm holding on.
Ooh. Okay. Like into its eyes. or
Yeah,
just
into its
face?
eyes.
Nice.
Okay.
Good call.
It seems almost unaffected. Like there's like black ichor coming out of its eyes as you do that, but it's just still charging towards Ylka at this point.
Ylka?
You, Ylka. Yes, not Zilka. Zay.
Zay, can you tell me again what this creature is wearing?
It's wearing like loose cloth pants, and it's got a chain wrapped around its chest.
And he's humanoid.
Humanoid, but like 9 feet tall.
Okay.
Extremely muscular.
I cast Charm Person and yell out, Osvaldo, we're friends.
Man, Zay's way smarter than.
And as you say that, it doesn't seem to affect it. And the creature turns towards you, and the chains wrapped around its body animate and come to life.
Oh, Jesus.
And both lash out at you, Zay.
Oh, am I
As hard as
free?
they can. No, it's got 4. It's got 2 tied to you.
You
and
doubled the
still-
chains? Shit.
What's your armor class? 14?
13.
Ooh, one of them crits.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Yeah, you take 14.
Stop rolling dice.
You take 18 damage.
Oh, God.
I'm still awake.
Okay.
You're just sleeping real good.
As these chains whip towards you, the metal again like warps and spikes and become very jagged, and it cuts across your chest, and it's very painful. And then they kind of wrap back around the thing, and the metal cuts into the thing, and it doesn't seem to even care as it rages around. Scoot,
Uh-huh.
you're grappled.
Sure am.
What do you want to do?
Other than not be grappled.
Okay, roll it.
Can we try that?
Yeah,
All right.
it's a DC 14.
Oh,
So roll
really?
athletics.
Okay. Fuck. That's a 10.
10 fails. You can rage if you'd like.
I would love to rage. Yeah.
This is very polite.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for letting me rage, sir.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I see. All right, try another
Yeah.
die here. Okay, 23.
Yep. So, how do you rage this time? You got this dolphin thing going on now, so.
Oh, yeah, how would I
Yeah.
rage? Well, I guess as a dolphin, I would probably plant my feet and try to Out.
Like Free Willy out of
Yeah,
the
Free Willy. Out of the chain loop. Out of these chain spirals that I hate.
Yeah, so you're going to brace yourself on the chain.
I would, just like a quick push away to get the spikes
Yeah.
away, and then,
And Lark,
and then maybe
throws his fist up and cheers as you arc over.
and then for some reason a splash, even though there's no water around.
Okay. And you're free. You can make an action if you land next to it or whatever you want. Where do you want to land? Like near it or far?
I guess I'd land right in front of the guy.
All right, plunk right in front of it between it and Zay.
Yeah, is there anything I can grab quickly on the ground? Anything?
No, just the chains themselves that are kind of dangling around it.
I grab.
Like Jacob Marley style.
I try to grab the chains and if I feel like that would help restrain it or at least give it fewer attacks, I would go for the chains.
Okay, so you just go for the chains, and it's very difficult. But on your next turn, you can make an action to grapple it.
Okay,
So,
I'll do that then.
okay.
Which was the good dice? This was the one. That's gonna be 15.
At the same time, the other Ylka also breaks out of the chain just by like wriggling downwards and kind of throwing it off of her. And then she kind of growls at this thing, feral looking. She's all cut up. And she looks around for a weapon. She's unarmed at this point. She sees a rapier near you, Ylka. It seems to be glowing slightly with some kind of magic, as if it was like knocked out of her hand when she was wielding it. And she lunges towards it. It's like right by you. If you'd like to make an attack of opportunity or do something to interfere.
But she wants to attack that thing?
She wants to get her sword back.
But she doesn't like the thing, and that's going to kill all of us.
Right. Seems to be the case.
I think keeping her alive and armed is probably the best choice at this point, as weird as that may seem.
Sure.
I'm going to extend an olive branch, pick up the sword, and hand it to her.
Ha!
See if it works.
Yeah, it does, and she catches it. And it's this rapier, excuse me. This rapier has sort of an infinity symbol on the hilt. She kind of flourishes it, and the air blurs around it. And she kind of like takes an on-guard stance towards the thing, like right next to you. Mm-hmm. She glares at you from the side of her sword as she doesn't say anything to you. Next is
that my entire
Ylka. It's your turn now.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm gonna draw my music sword and stand next to her and go attack the thing.
Okay, just charge at it.
Which one's real, man?
Well, our Ylka is really decomposed looking. It's pretty noticeable.
Also,
Yeah.
one's got a singing sword.
Yes, and yeah, your sword makes like orchestral vibrations. Oh, do you have your sword or did you leave it behind?
No, I mean, we didn't come in with weapons.
Right.
We had to turn our weapons in.
We have no
right?
weapons.
No.
Shh, why did you say that? He was going to let you attack with it.
Right.
If it were hidden somewhere, my dress was really complicated.
Was it?
Folds of lace, and I dug it out of the attic.
The hag is sneaky.
Roll sleight of
Yeah.
hand real quick,
Oh,
just to
this
retcon
is
this.
awesome. God, please let this work.
have any sleight
Yeah, you're good. No, you're not.
No.
No.
7?
Sorry, they took your sword. You reach for your sword, and ha! And there's nothing in your hand.
We're going to start making up some of these rules, because this has been bad.
What do you do?
My only offense is second use of shatter, but is anyone within that 10-foot sphere of the monster?
Yeah, scoot around.
Everybody.
Good is.
Does the thing still seem trained on me?
Make it feel bad.
It seems trained on Zay, I believe. Although Scoot just came between them.
Or you can mock it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make fun of it.
What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna sing that it is so tall that it will never find true love because it's just not gonna find someone it pairs with, and they'll never look proper when they ball dance together. And
That's fucking harsh.
Okay, it fails the save.
1d4 psychic and disadvantage.
Yep.
On the next turn.
2 damage. So the first damage it takes in this fight is emotional damage.
You know what? You don't gotta really say it that way.
It shreds a single black tear. Like it oozes down its face. It's not really clear if that's from Lark clawing at its eyes or what,
I was holding its hands.
but it still seems trained on Zay.
Alright.
Yes. Lark.
Alright, so the claws don't seem to be doing anything, huh?
Well, now you can take an action and like really dig in if you want.
I would like to do that
Yeah.
since that's all I have.
Yep.
So just roll a,
Yeah, you totally hit it.
what, D6 for?
D4.
D4.
Silver claws of justice.
A 1.
Yeah.
1 plus your strength. 1 damage.
Yeah, take that.
Aren't you glad you respect charisma?
Yeah. And at this, it kind of whips
He's
around.
doing
You're
this.
clawing into its eyes, and it seems like it needs its eyes to see, and so it starts to kind of grab at you and try to throw you off of it
Ooh.
with its hands instead of using the chains. Zay.
Zay thinks back to a time when she was digging in the gardens outside of Troll Skull Manor and turns into a giant centipede.
Huh.
Yeah. And,
Alright.
and so right in the middle of the room, all of a sudden, plunk, like Zay like floats up in the air briefly, and then I guess what do you do, Zay?
So I skitter in my giant centipedal form towards the creature, and I try to climb up him and wrap around his head and bite.
Wow. So
I do
kind
have
of
a reach of
navigating
5
around,
feet, though,
navigating
so-
around Lark, or like encompassing Lark.
I will gently encompass Lark.
Ew, gross.
All right.
Although it does say, oh no, that's the bite. Okay, good.
So make a grapple roll then.
Oh, okay. That is dexterity?
It's for you. It'd be your strength,
My
Athletics
strength.
or acrobatics?
but it's your,
Oh,
it's, your
hey!
it's your centipede strength. So whatever the centipede
Oh,
says.
shite. Oh, that's sad. Is that all that
That's
is?
a negative 3.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I still have 14?
14 actually works. Yeah.
Oh.
So you got your little centipede arms, hundreds
well,
of them.
my whole body.
Right, but I mean,
Yeah,
you kind of
okay.
like crawl up and like
Yeah.
Lark, it really tickles and feels weird.
And then I bite.
And then you bite. Okay, make an attack roll with advantage. That hits.
Okay.
No, you can roll again for crit if you want.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay.
Okay. And then he gets poisoned, and it's piercing damage, and he must succeed on a DC 11 Constitution saving throw, or also take poison damage.
All right. He succeeds.
Okay. We've been paralyzed, guys. I'm gonna try again.
Sure.
Not right now though. 1d4. Build 8. 3. Hit him for 3.
So you're like, Osvaldo, wait, be kind. He lashes out at you. Then you're like, all right, and you become a giant centipede, crawl around him, and start nibbling on his head.
That is a succinct assessment of the situation.
Great. He seems weirdly unfazed. He's just kind of like, at this point, like sort of, I don't know, like what's the abominable snowman? Yeti, like just kind of waving his arms around. You can't really see. His head's all obscured. Yeah. But he whips his chains around anyways and tries to hit somebody. You're standing pretty close by?
I was trying to hold 2 of the chains, so
Oh, right, okay.
probably got an idea where I am.
Yep. 6 and 6. He misses with both chains.
Right.
So, Scoot.
Yeah.
We're
You're
very
up.
distracted.
I am angry about these things. I would like to just rip one of these chains off that I'm holding. I'm feeling Rageous Sparta, and I'm just gonna double down on one of them, and I'm just gonna try to rip this thing off.
Okay, roll strength with advantage.
Alrighty. 13 is not gonna be my best.
13. You managed to kind of pull him down, so he's on one knee at this point with
Okay.
like Lark and Zay on top of him,
Oh,
and
this-
the chain's kind of like pulling him down to the ground. He's heaving against it, incredibly strong, way stronger than a normal person. There's some kind of magical force pushing him around, but all the weight of the giant centipede and Lark. Then the other Ylka runs up to him, lightning speed, hits him. Her blade slashes twice, seeming to like carve huge gashes in his chest. Like this magic blade has done more damage than
Okay.
any of the
yeah.
biting and clawing.
We get it.
But he
He's-
seems unperturbed by it. He's just kind of like bleeding out black ichor from his chest.
He's gonna get annoyed by this eventually, though.
For sure.
I'm sure.
He's very irritated. He's offended. You hear Terry in your head. It's like, guys, what's going on up there?
Terry, we need you. Come up here.
There's some big demon
Guys,
thing.
I'm trying, but it's really hard. There's a rope.
Don't use the grappling hook. It's
Demon
evil.
thing. Should I get help?
Yes.
Okay.
Go get help.
Okay, I'm on my way.
Cindy's in a well.
I'm on my way. And he's like, Terry, out.
Terry out. That's awesome.
Yep.
I'll sending so and send it
That's
back.
what you do. Initiative order. Did he already act this round? I don't think he did.
You know what? We'll see. No, he tried
he
to
totally
attack
did.
me.
He tried to attack you and
he,
missed. So-
he missed.
Ylka.
Can I use that empty pistol and club him in the head?
Yes.
Sweet, I'm gonna do that.
Are you just gonna
Okay.
pistol whip him?
As you run up, the other Ylka looks at you and tosses her sword to you.
Oh!
Sweet.
Like,
I'm
as she
better,
like ducks around the chain and kind of like distracts it.
I'm better
with
with
a
a
feint.
sword than with a pistol club, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna take her sword and try to slash his head off.
Yep, roll with advantage.
I'm on his head. Be careful.
Okay, do that again.
5.
Oh! What is it? Oh,
That
no.
worked.
Yeah,
That's a
so
19.
that's a huge hit.
That's
So
like a
roll
21.
D8 for damage plus your dexterity modifier.
All right. Nope. There you go. Plus Dex.
So 5 damage.
Yeah.
It actually does 6 damage.
Damn right.
There's a magic right there.
Of course it does.
As you stab the thing through the chest, and a gout of blood comes out.
Ichor or blood?
Well, ichory blood.
Ick blood.
Lick.
Yeah, it's very icky
Blicker.
blood.
Blicker.
Blicker.
Yeah, okay.
It's one of Santa's reindeer.
You hear a very loud shaking noise coming from below you. It seems like the foundations of the house are trembling with power of some kind.
Can't be concerned with that right now.
No.
I got other issues.
Even going
Lark,
on.
you are like squished between a giant centipede and this crazy demonic hulking creature person.
And my hat, is it still okay? It's on my head still?
Swear to God, I will throw that hat
Yes,
off
it's
the
actually,
wall.
it's actually
You don't get in this fight!
It's very tightly stuck to your head because your head grew a little bit
Okay, good.
from the transformation, so it's like really wedged on.
I don't know how a pentagram chalk works, but I'm gonna jump down and see if I can like scoop whatever the part that Scoot got drugged through and it like broke the thing. I'm gonna try to like with my hands just like put it back into a line.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
cool.
Roll sleight of hand.
Oh, I'm good at that. 20, modified 20.
Okay, so there's 2 places where it was broken at this point. Very obviously, it's when Scoot was dragged in and where this other Ylka was dragged in potentially. And you manage to get to one, and you see where all the dust is, and you kind of scoop it over with your hands and start to make these clear lines again. And as you do, like once the line is reconnected, there is like a flash of red energy connecting the line again for an instant, and then it's gone. And you managed to fix 1 during your action.
Okay.
Zay.
I am a centipede, so I'm going to bite again.
Okay.
Giving centipede's a bad name. Or a good name.
You can roll with advantage because it's totally occupied with other people too.
Okay. 20!
Oh!
Centipede crit.
Centipede crit.
Centicrit.
Centicrit.
Cool.
So it's times 100, right?
Yes.
Yeah. One for
100.
every little leg.
Percent.
Oh, right. So just this. Oh, he has to do a Constitution save with a difficulty.
He actually, it seems to be like immune to the poison. Like when you inject it into him, you get this cold feeling, and it just kind of like spatters out with the ichor.
2 plus 2, so 4.
For 6 damage. Okay, he's looking pretty bruised and beaten, but seems totally not slowed down. Like he's got cuts and gouts of this black ooze and bruises and everything, and his eyes are bleeding like crazy, but he's just hulking and raging still. As these chains start to whip around again. Scoot,
Yeah.
what do you do?
I still want to rip one of these chains off.
Okay,
I want a souvenir.
roll strength again, advantage.
Okay. Here we go. We're gonna do it this time. 18.
18.
18 to rip one of these chains right off, and we're gonna go full Kratos.
Yep, and you succeed.
Yes!
And it kind of works like a chainsaw, you know, like the spikes kind of like come along his body as you
Yeah,
do
it does.
it. It looks very painful.
Yeah.
And
I
you
do it
pull the chain
slow
off of
then.
him, and like, you know, blood goes flying everywhere. It's quite grisly.
Neat.
And then he stands up again now that he's like not pulled down to the ground anymore with Zay on top of him.
I have a weapon now.
You do have a weapon now. And he kind of just howls at you, and these other 2 chains that are animated around him kind of whip into the air.
I just yell, "Bring it!"
The other Ylka charges at him and motions for the sword.
I throw the sword back to her.
Okay, she catches it. And attacks and completely misses.
Oh.
And falls forward as the 2 chains glom down onto her.
Oh no! I wanted him to attack me.
Ooh, and it crits again.
Oh no! I wanted him to attack me. But maybe not. Like you're rolling a lot. Maybe not.
And the other Ylka gets slammed to the ground by the 2 animated chains that are still free. Where it's not clear if she's conscious anymore. The rapier kind of goes flying out of her hand. Ylka, it's your turn.
Guess you gotta pick up that sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the sword from her. Does anyone need healing?
Yeah.
Like,
Over.
taking an account of the room.
Yeah, am I close enough to touch Centipede Zay?
You can get there easily.
Alright, I'm gonna run over and try to duck and dodge enough to grab her spindly, like, 98th leg. And,
I kind of wiggle my bottom butt out a little.
Perfect. And send some cure wounds up into her.
Do it. I think healing word is a 6.
Looks like an 8.
1 plus your charisma, so 3 health.
That is almost as much as I had at level 1.
Lark.
I'm gonna go to the next place where there's a line that's messed up and try to form it into a line with me.
Roll sleight of hand.
23.
Okay. And as you form the last bit of red chalk back into the place where it was, there's a slam from across the room as the one door in the attic opens up on the far side of the room, and you see Victorio and Amalia Castellanter running into the room, panic-stricken, like sweating with cuts and torn outfits. And they say, "Don't hurt him!" And they run to the room and they put their hands on this circle right by you, Lark, and this kind of red energy courses around him. And Amalia looks at you, Lark, and says, "This is our son."
Yeah, Zay figured that out.
I wave.
I had no
little
idea.
tiny-
I wouldn't have guessed.
She's the centipede.
And they look at him and they say, "Osvaldo, please stay calm." And as they do that, the chains from the room kind of yank out of your hands.
No, I wanted that. Damn it!
And start to curl around his legs and his torso again.
They owe me a
and restrain
chain.
him. And he kind of gets restrained back to a standing position with the chains wrapped around his legs and his arms as this circle kind of funnels its magic into him. The other Ylka is unconscious on the ground next to him.
I would like to scoop the other Ylka up and bring her back home and ask her some questions.
I would like to scoop that rapier up.
Okay.
I would like my chainsaw chain back.
Say?
I'm gonna skitter out the window, climb down the side of the building, transform back into a halfling, and give. Oh, Cherry's not there anymore, is he? He's trying.
He
to
comes
find
running
us.
up to you, yeah.
I pat him on the head and say, "Good boy."
He's like, "I got help. Oh, I'm glad you're okay." And we'll call it right there for now. That'll be there. That's it. Thank you.
Twin Portals is produced and edited by Scott Hebert. The adventure is created by our Dungeon Master, Matthias Valero, and the rest of the Silver Waves of Justice are played by Kendra Carlson, Beth Brophy, and Justin Peck. Thank you so much to Leeland Campana for use of his song Avernum as our theme song. Thank you so much to the Renegade Theater Company, Tiacha Zaccone, and Mary Fox for supporting us and giving us a place to record. And make sure you check out some of our other favorite local podcasts, Horror Rewind, The Nearest Stars, and Take It With You. If you want more Twin Portals goodness in your life, come chat with us in our Discord server. Details are available on our Facebook page. Make sure you follow that too, as well as our mostly inactive Instagram and Twitter pages. Leave me alone, I'm working on it. Again, thank you so much for listening to Twin Portals.